Have you ever felt like your own mind is working against you? Days that start with a fog of confusion and end in mental fatigue. Your thoughts scattered, your focus fleeting, your inner world a storm of noise. We live in an age of information, yet feel a deep lack of clarity. We chase endless stimulation, yet lose our connection to our own innate intelligence. But what if I told you there's a path? A way to unlock the full potential of your mind, to cultivate sharpness, and to find profound inner stillness without retreating from the world. Thousands around the world have walked this path, guided by the timeless science of yoga. Many started exactly where you are, feeling mentally stuck, overwhelmed, and searching for a way to expand their own capabilities. They believed their intelligence was a fixed trait, a limit they could never surpass. And yet, they discovered within themselves a capacity for growth they never imagined was possible.
Shambhavi Mudra.
Like diabetes, hypertension, asthma, eating disorders, and many of these kinds, which are all essentially generated from within. All these things can be quelled from within if only we are willing to pay a certain level of attention to the innermost dimension of who we are. Inner engineering is a powerful process of approaching the inner core of who you are in a scientific manner, and this is definitely a way to create a healthful life.
Now, that same transformative power is available to you right here, right now, through the profound wisdom shared by Sábio. The journey begins with a simple, yet revolutionary understanding. Your brain is not a static object. It is alive, dynamic, and capable of remarkable growth. Recent scientific studies are only now beginning to confirm what the yogic tradition has known for millennia. Through dedicated and precise practices, you can literally grow your brain, enhancing its function and expanding your intellectual and perceptual abilities. Imagine a daily practice, just 21 minutes of your time, being the catalyst for a monumental shift. Within just a few months, this small commitment can bring about a significant improvement in your mental clarity, your sharpness of thought, and your overall intelligence.
Innumerable postures that this body can take. Of the innumerable postures that this body can take, we identified 84 asanas as yogasanas. These 84 postures are possibilities where your body will not sit as a hurdle in front of you, but act as a channel for your ultimate possibility. What is the biggest barrier for the human beings to do whatever they're doing? It is their body and their mind. What should have been a stepping stone has turned into an obstacle simply because we have not explored it considerably. Yogasana means you're taking charge of your life, you're transforming your body and mind into a possibility, not a barrier in your life. It is becoming a passage, it is not a block. For every emotional, psychological and different levels of consciousness that you experience, your body naturally tends to take a certain posture. That is, if you're angry, you'll sit one way. You're peaceful, you sit another way. You're in turmoil, you sit one way. You're tranquil, you sit another way. Like this, if you observe your own life, you will see for different states of consciousness that you experience, your body tends to take certain postures. Based on this, conversely is the science of asanas. By consciously getting your body into a certain posture, you can also elevate your consciousness. The very way you think, feel, perceive and understand life can be altered simply because of the way you sit. Physical body is the easiest thing to work with. If you try to do something with your mind, it'll play too many tricks. At least with the body, you know whether it's doing it right or not doing it right, whether it's cooperating or not cooperating. A mind, if you push it too hard, it will play all kinds of tricks with you. It will make you believe all kinds of things and dump you the next day. But body is not like that. It is a reliable factor. If you work with it sensibly, yogasanas will definitely lead to the possibility of ultimate union.
Ability to concentrate is, much better.
I noticed a difference in terms of my productivity at work. My energy levels have definitely gone up a lot since practicing Hatha Yoga.
Once I kind of settled into the posture, there's just like this amazing feeling that comes over me, and it lasts through the day. It's like this clarity.
Physically, I actually injured my back 2 years ago. I had a pinched nerve in my lower spine. Doing the asanas, within 2 weeks, I immediately knew a difference.
I couldn't even touch my toes. I couldn't even think about touching my toes before. I couldn't sit with my legs in front of me and bend forward without arching my back. I couldn't do any of that stuff. And on the physical side, it's just changed so much. I feel better now than I ever have in my life. I wish I would have started this, when I was a teenager.
The practice of yogasanas provides countless benefits, including relief of chronic ailments, preparation of body and mind towards a higher possibility, slowing down of the aging process.
So something that I particularly noticed is how comfortable I am within myself. My insecurities seem to have reduced a lot. My relationship with others also had improved significantly. I think I became more inclusive than what I was before.
Up until Shambhavi in January 2021, I've just been living with pain in the body. The first result I'd like to point out about Shambhavi Kriya is that it's had a tremendous effect on my physical well-being. Somehow, some way, I don't know the science behind it, but it's keeping me free of pain. Being able to sit without noticing my body for long periods of time, that has just had tremendous impact on my mental and emotional stability.
Took engineering. Like I said, this is a…
If you know human body from within, you yourself look at this. Just see how your body feels when there's food in the stomach and how your body feels when the stomach is empty. You will see your body and your brain will work at its best when your stomach is empty. If food is constantly being processed in your digestive system, a certain amount of energy naturally is gone there, so both your brain and body will not function at their best. If you want to be at your full potential, you must keep your body and your metabolism of the body in such a way, whatever you eat, within 1.5 to 2.5 hours, your stomach must be empty. This is what yoga always insists. Within 1.5 to 2 hours, your stomach should be empty. Stomach being empty does not mean hunger. Only when the energy levels run down, you feel hunger. Otherwise, stomach must be empty. In this corner, there is a stone mantapam or a pavilion where we have set up an ideal office setup for you. Low-level chairs, low-level tables. You will see once you sit like this, your brains will work better, believe me. I cannot speak or explore something without folding my legs. At least one leg must be folded, otherwise I know the difference, how my brain will work. If you don't know the difference when it's working and when it's not working, you're a serious problem. Just legs folded and sit down for some time, keep your spine erect, suddenly your ability to perceive, I'm telling you, if I close my eyes and sit here, somebody walks into this hall, I will tell you what kind of person has walked in. Oh, Sadhguru, you are a great yogi, that's not the point. Even the dog in your house knows this, isn't it? Yes or no? Your dog is sitting under the sofa, someone comes at the main door, he knows who has come. Yes or no? What a dog can know, you cannot know. No, what I'm trying to tell you is, essentially the whole evolutionary process from an amoeba to being a human being is more complex and sophisticated neurological system, isn't it? Yes or no? You have, as a human being, the most sophisticated neurological system. If a dog can sense it, you can also sense it. It is just that you are in a muddle of thought all the time. Because the necessary attention is gone in most people. Because they're seeing a kaleidoscope of colors on their screens and stuff, they've lost that ability. One thing is to bring this attention back. Every dimension of yoga is made to heighten your attention to a level that whatever is here, you should not miss it. Everything must be in your experience. That is when you can call yourself a full-fledged human being. Do not carry your attention deficiency as some kind of a qualification. Anything yields to you only to the extent you pay attention to it. In this aspect, breath is a beautiful device to practice attention. Attention not for a specific purpose, simply to be attentive. Whether you're an artist, you're a scientist, you're a spiritually oriented person, you're a business person, or you're just living your life in terms of your family, your love, your joy, all these things will yield to you only because you have paid sufficient attention to it. Human attention can open just about any door in the universe. But to be able to be attentive without purpose, without calculating the results, just to be attentive, to make life force into an attentive process, your attention can be just of the mind, or you can engage your whole body in your attention. If you need to understand this, if you watch a tiger or a leopard or a cheetah crouching for its hunt, you will see he is not only paying mental attention, his entire body is attentive, is focused, the energies are focused. So if you engage your body, your energies into the mental attention, suddenly this attention becomes a tremendous force which makes variety of aspects of life to yield to you. Life yields to you only to the extent that you are able to create the power of attention. The power of human attention is an incredible force. You have to learn with necessary practice to unleash this force to your benefit and to everybody's benefit.
All of you should pay attention to, my wonderful vessel. Please, pay attention. Please just do this right now. You shouldn't take your attention off this vessel. Just pay attention. It's such a beautiful vessel. Please. So, now as I speak, see, you can't stay with that vessel. One moment and okay. Now, suppose you fell in love with this vessel. Now if I hide this vessel, you want to see it. It doesn't matter where the vessel goes, in your mind the vessel plays. Now your mind is like this. because you're emotionally involved with it. You fell in love with the vessel and now your mind is constantly on it. So this is what devotion is. It's a powerful way of paying attention, an effortless and joyful way of paying attention. If you try to concentrate on something, you'll get a headache. But if you fall in love with something, anyway your focus is 100% there and you won't get a headache, you will be ecstatic. This is a more intelligent way of using your mind than anything that people have known as intellect. A devotee has a completely different perspective of life. It is a different dimension of intelligence, where he is able to access things that others cannot even dream of, effortlessly, joyfully, because emotionally he is involved, his attention is absolute. And whatever you pay attention to, if your attention is absolute, that dimension of life has to open, it has to yield, there is no choice.
If you are in a recline, your organs will suffer enormously.
You can stay in this posture much longer than any other posture. This is the most comfortable thing.
Your ability… There is something called as skeletal comfort, muscular comfort, organ comfort, and energy comfort. Now, if you simply sit on a reclining chair, your muscles will be comfortable. But you will see, if you sit in a reclining chair, always your joints will struggle. Have you noticed this? You do one thing, you travel in a car with a reclining seat like this, you will see, you will be so exhausted by the time you get there. If you simply sit up, it won't happen to you, because only your muscles are relaxed. You feel like stretching out only when your muscles are tired, in reality. But your bones don't like it. Your bones like complete stretch out, but it doesn't like this half because too much stress on the skeletal system. Above all, your organs don't like it at all. All the vital organs in this region are not fixed with clamps and bolts or flanges. They're just hanging in nets like this. Yes? If you do this, your liver shakes. Yes or no? Yes or no? Even your heart is loosely fixed with all kinds of trapezes. It's fixed like this. Now, if you are in a recline, especially if there is movement, your organs will suffer enormously. Understand? If there is movement, you must always sit like this, straight. Then your organs…
One part of Upayoga is called Sadhguru. Sadhguru means born out of looseness, loosening not only the muscles and the skeletal system, it is also about loosening the energy system. This helps to prepare and stimulate your system. Directional movement is a simple way of doing this. It also exercises the muscles without any risk of injury. Joints have a concentration of energy nodules, so by activating them, everything in the system gets ignited for action.
These three ingredients, your breath, your thought and your awareness, in the right combination, if you use them, you will see slowly a little bit of distance arises between you and your body. If you and your body-mind combination stand away from each other, then suddenly you will find your ability to use your body and your mind goes into a phenomenal scale. If right now, if you have to count from 1 to 10, right, the highest is 10, if that is so, if you're attached or if you're involved with this body, you're less than 1, that's where it is. If these two things come apart, suddenly you can rev it up all the way to 10. Your ability to use the mind and the body is so greatly enhanced that you almost look superhuman for somebody else. But I'm telling you, this is human. This is not about being superhuman. This is about realizing being human is super. Yes.
Not a simple thing to be human. Earthworm, a bird is trying to be a full-fledged bird, a tree is trying to be a full-fledged tree. A human being should strive to become a full-fledged human being. This is all our businesses. But each one of us start creating our own agendas and doing all kinds of things. No, you're just a piece of life, don't take yourself too seriously. Because before you and me, countless number of people have come and gone. Yes or no? Where are they? All those people. You think they were all idiots? They were all idiots and they died, is it? No, they were also like you, maybe they were also officers, maybe they were kings more than you, all kinds of things, all topsoil now. This will also become topsoil. Just a little bit of time. Life is a bit of a sparkle. How old is your son, sir? 25. So 27 years ago, where was he, sir? So if somebody is not here, we say they're dead, isn't it? 27 years ago, he was dead. We will give him 100 years, sir. 80 years later, he will be again dead. Yes or no? Yes. So, 27 years ago, how long was he dead, sir? Huh? Long time. So, 85 years later or 80 years later, how long will he be dead, sir? Very long time. So all of us will be dead for a very long time. We're alive just for a brief amount of time. Yes, very brief amount of time. We will be dead for a very long time. I want you to look at it in this perspective. How long will you be dead? You can't imagine. So let us say 10,000 years we are dead, or 100,000 years we are dead, or 1,000,000 years we are dead, all right? How long are you alive compared to that? Very, very brief. What you call as life is a brief sparkle. The only thing that you have to do is rise and sparkle as a full-fledged life. When something is needed around us, we will do that naturally, because when you're doing wonderfully well, you will do what is needed, isn't it? When you're miserable, you will be motivated. Yes? Tell me, when you're very happy, have you looked at yourself? How nice and wonderful you are, you're willing to do anything for anybody, bend backwards if necessary, yes or no? When you're little frustrated, ooh, how difficult it is. So, don't teach your children to become motivated about something. These are all nonsense that's coming from the West, all those trashy self-help books. Motivate yourself, build confidence, believe in yourself. You believed in God and destroyed so much of this world. Now you believe in yourself, what will you do? All this trash is coming from the West. You don't have to be motivated. You just have to see how this is alive to its fullest possible level right now. If it's fully alive, it will do everything that it can do, isn't it? What it cannot do, anyway it will not do. If you watch a bird in the morning, there are birds here, you know. Where do you come from, sir? Delhi? Huh? Tamil Nadu, Chennai? Chennai, maybe there are no birds at all except kaka. Huh? So here if you see a bird, sir, little bird, in the morning, it's doing everything that it can do, isn't it? Hello? Everything that it can do, it'll spare nothing. That's all you have to do. Everything that you can do. What you cannot do, perfectly okay. A worm cannot do what a bird does, a bird cannot do what an elephant does, an elephant cannot do what we do, yes or no? Yes. But we must be doing what we can do. What we cannot do, it doesn't matter. What we can do must happen. For this, all that's needed is, you must understand life is a very brief sparkle, it's just poop, poop, poop and gone. Yes or no? Before you know what's happening, you'll be gone. Unless you're miserable. Miserable people have a long life. Only they feel life is long. If you're very joyful, poof, it'll be gone before you know what's happening. Have you noticed a specific day, you're very happy, 24 hours, gone like that. Little miserable, 24 hours, feel like 10,000 years. Yes or no? So time is a very relative experience, but if you compare to how long you will be dead, you will be dead for millions of years. You're alive just for a few, little bit. This time, don't be motivated by anything. All that you have to do is you must become a full-fledged life. 25-year-old boy, he shouldn't become a motivated human being. He must just be burst of life. Then he will not ask, how do I wake up in the morning and be motivated? What are you motivated about? Nothing. If you're alive, you'll bounce out of your bed, isn't it? But now, the way we eat, the way we breathe, the way we do things, and intoxicants and stuff, everything, generally the body wants to die. It doesn't want to be alive. People, it's all from the West. People created this culture, what is that, thank God it's Friday. The statistics show that 70% of the Americans hate their jobs, not dislike, hate. 5 days if you do something that you hate, I don't know how you enjoy the weekend. All that happens in the weekend is, you're knocked out. You're either drunk or you're drugged or you're indulging in something, okay? Beyond that, no great shakes joy is happening, all right? Yes or no? 70% of the people hate their jobs. How do you live like this? Why the hell are you doing something that you hate? First of all, if you don't love doing what you're doing, you shouldn't do it, always somebody will do it. Hello? Someone comes to me, he's heading a multinational company, global CEO. He comes in a distressed state and said, Sadhguru, I can't take this. They're putting so much pressure on me every day, can't take this. Then I look at him, raise my hands and say, may you be fired. Sadhguru, what are you saying? I said, hey man, you're suffering so much. What is the point? At least if you're fired, you can walk on the beach, huh? Maybe somebody else will do this job little more joyfully than you. You think you're spinning the planet or what? Hello? What is the hardship? Are you spinning the planet? Are you pushing it around the sun? Everything is free, isn't it? Hello? Everything is free. All you have to do is be a full-fledged life. Don't constipate yourself with too many ideas, philosophies, belief systems, stupid thoughts and emotions with which you get constipated and become less than who you are. No, you should not ever be less than what you can be, isn't it? You don't have to be as good as somebody else and you can never be, because everybody is different. But you should not be less than what you can be. So you don't need motivation for this, you need aliveness. At 25, if you're not very alive, you need some cranking. Chennai. Chennai usually is alive very early in the morning. It's not like Bangalore. Bangalore wakes up at 10 o'clock. Chennai is alive at 5 o'clock in the morning generally. So don't motivate your children, it's not necessary. You have to see how they're joyful and alive. In this, their body and their intelligence will work at its best. Oh, will they just be happy and not do anything? You tell me, are you willing to do more when you're happy? Or are you willing to do more when you're unhappy? When you're happy, you're willing to do anything that is needed, isn't it? You're willing to forego your food, your sleep and do what you need to do when you're very happy, isn't it? When you're unhappy, oh, how hard it is to get anything done from you. Yes or no? So a wife sent a telegram to her husband, who was in a 3-month training, IAS, you know. She sent a telegram, start worrying, rest will follow in a letter. Don't do this to yourself. At 25 you start worrying, rest will follow. What is school, maybe later in your university, later in your work, it's happening to people, maybe not everyone, but a whole lot of people. Their commitment to success is weak. They want to succeed, they will take 3 steps, then something little interesting happens here, they will go away here, they'll go away there, they'll go away there. Hey, I want to live, huh? Their commitment to success is weak. Either situations around them in some way, you know, situations can impede you from doing what you're doing very easily, many times it happens to everyone. But when this happens, people weaken their commitment for their success. Maybe physically, they'll feel little weak, they will weaken their commitment to success. Maybe their emotions slosh around a little bit, they will weaken their commitment to success. This is very successful, either in music, sport, art, business, spiritual process, doesn't matter what. Those people never know when they ate, when they slept, when they got afternoon rest. I have not seen such a thing in my life. So, those who are committed to being successful with whatever they're doing, one important aspect of their life is they're not settling down wherever it's a bit comfortable. Because comfort will happen when they lower you to in the grave, very comfortable you are, you know. Have you seen how comfortable they are? Once they're dead, if you throw them there also they're comfortable, if you lower them they're comfortable, even if you burn them. Right? Yes or no? Comfort will come. Right now, it's about ensuring that there is profoundness of experience and there is impactfulness of activity. Because if they had given you a limitless amount of time, you could do all those things, nothing wrong, I'm not against them. If your idea of success is you're doing little better than your neighbor, I call that sickness, that is not success. You are happy that your neighbor is worse than you. Is this sickness or success? It is sickness. But in some way you feel fulfilled with what you're doing, let's consider that as success for now. It doesn't matter whether you're better than somebody or worse than somebody, that question should not even come up in your mind. But in some way you feel you're using yourself fully and there's a certain sense of fulfillment in your activity. Well, if you're capable of just closing your eyes and simply sitting without any activity, that's fantastic. But you cannot do that. You cannot do that right now in the states that you are. You can't simply close your eyes and become still. Instead of being busy, you will become preoccupied. That doesn't mean you're improving, that means you're regressing in some way. The problem about this success is people always making judgments, I did this, I did that, maybe this didn't work, maybe this is a mistake, that's a mistake. There's no such thing in life. See, at one time you were a monkey, all right? This is not me, this is that Englishman, you know. Charles Darwin said, you were all monkeys. At one time you were a monkey, just a brief while ago. Was it a mistake that you committed, that you were a monkey? Or was it just a certain stage of evolution? Was it a mistake or was it just a certain stage of evolution? Similarly, since you were born, because as a human being, you are born largely unformed, unlike other creatures. Other creatures, if they are just… their food is taken care of, they know what to do with their life. Because human being has come with such open sense of possibilities, you come unformed, you don't come fixed. You have to fix yourself. Different people throw different types of balls at you. From all over, your parents, your teachers, the school, the neighbors and the society and the world throws all kinds of things at you. To gather all this muck and make something worthwhile out of yourself is your business, that's your success. It doesn't matter whether somebody thinks you're worthwhile or not, you feel you're a worthwhile life. Good enough for now. World may not recognize, it doesn't matter, but you know you're worthwhile.
Even if you go through a very brief period of illness, you suddenly understand the true value of health, what it means to be healthy. Without health, none of the other dimensions of our life mean anything to us. Our work, family, wealth, possessions will mean nothing if we have no health. Ill health comes to us in two fundamentally different ways. One is we may acquire infectious diseases that we contract by living in the world. If we have an infection, you must go to the doctor, because infection is like an invasion from outside. It has to be handled on war footing. Largely, we do chemical warfare, but it is fine because it is a war. But over 70% of the ailments that people suffer from are generally self-help, in the sense they're chronic ailments created from within. Our own system has begun to work against us. The word dis-ease means, it's dis-ease, that means you have lost the ability to keep the system at ease, or in other words, the system has become frictious. Many dimensions of human mechanism are not able to function in a cohesive manner. There is a certain amount of friction which causes some ailment or the other. No ailment is hereditary by itself. It is just that we may have a certain organ or certain part of the body inherently weak from our parentage, and hence we may go through the same ailment if we go through similar lifestyles. But there is ample evidence to show that if we do necessary things consciously with our body, mind and energies, what ailments our parents might have had need not come to us if we are able to handle our lives little more consciously, and the process can be easily reversed. It's a slow release process. You will not feel hungry for long periods of time.
Don't have to control yourself.
If you just take care of this, you can cut down your food by 50% or even 70%, still maintain the same body weight. Shifting at least 50% to millet diet, even if you cannot go 100% because of travel and other things, even shifting 50%, you will see three things. One thing is your general health and level of energy will be way higher than what you're experiencing right now. Next thing is, you can consume much less food and still be energetic and maintain your weight levels. Your sugar values will not go up suddenly, it's a slow release process, and with less food, you will not feel hungry for long periods of time, which is a very good thing to do. See, there is a tendency in many people that if they have nothing to do, eating will simply happen continuously through the day. That is something you must avoid. It is better that you make at least 30 to 40% of your diet into fruits, vegetables and nuts and legumes and other kinds of things, so that the cooked food that you eat, which generally needs a certain level of physical activity, otherwise it sits in you and also naturally it will push you towards increasing your weight and those kind of issues. This is not something to consult anybody, this is something to become conscious of. It is a simple common sense that if you're not using your body, naturally the amount of food that you consume has to come down. This doesn't mean you're dieting, this doesn't mean you're controlling something, no. It is natural instinct of the body itself is like that if you put in lot of activity, you consume more food, if you do less activity, you consume less food. So in the yogic system, always the minimum gap between one meal and the next meal should be 8 hours. If 8 hours is not possible for you, I would say for most human beings, 5 to 6 hours is a must. Otherwise, you are inviting something bad to happen to you in terms of your physical health for sure. So, this 8 hours gap is something we always maintain. As you know, in the yoga center, we eat at 10 in the morning and 7 in the evening. So the next meal is only 10 o'clock in the next morning. So naturally, it is about 13–14 hours have passed before you have the next meal. And in between there is lot of physical activity, sadhana, variety of processes. So, if you just take care of this, that you know for your height what is the weight and your muscle tone how it should be, if you manage this, how much you should eat, you decide. It is not something there has to be a prescription for everything, it is just that sensible eating. You don't eat whenever food comes in front of you, you don't do compulsive eating. You eat when you feel the body needs to eat for its energy and its maintenance of the system. You take this much of groundnut, soak it overnight. Either you just eat it as it is, chew and eat, it's best. If you have teeth, chew and eat. If you don't have, put it in a blender, put one banana, if necessary, one spoon of honey, drink this. So you just go do this kind of diet, train the body to consume this. There's necessary protein, this, that, everything. If you have honey, one fruit and groundnut, just make sure it's a more organic thing. You have enough to sustain. Another way in India means we would just say one coconut and that much honey, taken care of, nothing else. Just the body is fine, you won't lose weight, especially if you eat this much groundnut, you will not lose weight. If you're doing yoga, definitely excess weight will go, because it not only is it functioning as an exercise, it rejuvenates the system and it brings so much sense into you that you will not overeat. It's not because somebody is telling you to go on a diet. Once a certain level of awareness arises in your body becomes such, it will just eat what is needed for it, it will not eat anything more. You're not controlling or regulating your life in any way. See, the big difference is, if you do some other exercise, dieting processes, all this, you're always trying to control yourself. With yogic exercises and yogic practices, you don't have to control yourself, you just do the discipline. It brings a totally different norm into you, that it just takes care of the system in such a way that it will not allow you to eat more, it will not allow you to do anything in excess.
If you watch the natural cycles of the body, once in every 11 to 14 days, the body would like to go without food one day. Based on this natural cycle, once in one mandala, that is, one mandala is 40 to 48 days, in these 48 days, 3 days will happen where your body does not need food. If you're conscious, you will see on that day you don't want to eat. Do you see even dogs and cats have this sense? On a certain day they don't want to eat, have you noticed this? If you're not conscious of these things because
those things are gone from human life for most of the people. So that is why generally in India traditionally is fixed every Ekadashi, the 11th day of the lunar cycle, you don't eat. It is fixed, so that 3 times in one mandala you do not eat. That is like a thumb rule, that's not the best way to do it. If you're conscious, you don't eat on that particular day when the body is not asking for food is the best way to do it. But if you want to fast, it's very important that your body is prepared with a certain sadhana, certain amount of, enhancement of energy. Otherwise, when the body is longing for food, if you deprive it, the body will struggle. Instead of simply depriving yourself of food, it's good to go on, let's say, a juice diet, vegetable and fruit juice diets, or the ash god, Ash god juice is a great thing. Ash god, lemon and little bit of honey, just going on 2-3 days on just this is a great cleanser and a great rejuvenator of the body. So, 1 day in a month or 2 days in a month, just going on that instead of simply fasting. After some time, if you drink 1 glass of juice in the morning, you don't feel like drinking anything till evening, just water is doing fine with you without any suffering in the body, then it's okay to fast.
You just take care of water and food. The food that you eat, how you treat it. When food arrives in front of you, you treat it well because it has memory. You will see if you treat it well, you can cut down your food by 50% or even 70%, still maintain the same body weight, still maintain enormous level of activity and still…
This is not a mystical promise. It is a tangible, verifiable outcome of applying a powerful inner technology. The yogic sciences offer a direct method to engineer your interiority, to cultivate a mind that is not a source of turmoil, but a brilliant instrument of perception. At the heart of this transformation lies a practice of immense power and antiquity, Surya Kriya. While many are familiar with Surya Namaskar, which is a beautiful salutation to the sun, Surya Kriya operates on a much deeper, more fundamental level. It is not merely a physical exercise or a gesture of reverence. It is a potent spiritual process designed to activate the inner sun. What does this mean? Within your own system lies a reflection of the grand cosmos. The sun, the source of all life and energy on this planet, has a correspondent within you, the solar plexus or Manipura chakra. Surya Kriya is a meticulous and powerful practice that systematically awakens this inner solar energy.
Shambhavi Mahamudra, just a simple practice for 21 minutes increases brain function and neuronal regeneration. This means as you grow old, you will become more intelligent. Usually young people think you're getting stupid. Yes, your brain is actually growing, you understand? It's getting better by the day. Now there is scientific evidence. We always knew this, but today a meter has to say it. If a man says it, it's not true. If a man says it, it's doubtful. But a meter has to say it, now the meters are saying it. The meters are saying your brain is actually growing by doing a simple 21-minute practice. And you don't believe the meter, you just do the practice for 3 months and see, you will see how clear and how smart your mind is suddenly. Surya Kriya is a powerful process of activating the sun within you. When I say activating the sun within you, sun is in every aspect of whatever you see on this planet. Fundamentally, it is a solar energy which is driving life on this planet. So when we do Surya Kriya, we want to generate that energy within the system. There is a cousin to Surya Kriya, which is a Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar is a kind of practice that evolved out of Surya Kriya. Surya Namaskar is largely a way of saluting the sun, But Surya Kriya has more spiritual intentions. Surya Kriya has more powerful connotations attached to it.
When this inner sun is ignited, it brings a profound balance to your entire system. It stabilizes your body, calms your mind, and aligns your energies, creating the perfect foundation for life to blossom within you. Unlike Surya Namaskar, which is about paying homage, Surya Kriya is about internalizing and embodying that solar power. It is a way to generate a stable, lasting source of energy and light from within, sustaining and nourishing every aspect of your being. This awakening of inner energy is the key to unlocking your true potential. When your system is balanced and energized, your mind naturally becomes clear and incisive. The fog lifts, the mental chatter subsides, and you are left with a profound sense of presence and capability. This is the state where intelligence is not just about processing information, but about profound perception and insight. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, Sadhguru reminds us of a fundamental truth that underpins this entire journey. The grace of yoga is always present.
The grace of yoga is always upon you. Just keep yourself open. Keeping yourself open means keep your normal concerns aside. Who is thinking what about you? What is happening? What is not happening for you? Just leave that aside. You're breathing, you're alive, this is the greatest thing. Become available to the grace of yoga. This will become a fantastic thing. It's not far away, it's within you.
It is a boundless, ever-available force, like the very air we breathe. It is not something we must earn or strive for in a desperate chase. Our only task is to make ourselves available to it, to become open and receptive. This requires a conscious decision to set aside the burdens we carry, our worries about what others think, our anxieties about the world around us, the endless loops of our own thoughts. It means cultivating a state of simple, willing openness. The Academy is an online platform designed to guide you on a journey of balance and self-transformation. Inside, you'll find exclusive video lessons and teachings inspired by Sadhguru, one of the world's most respected masters of yoga, meditation, and conscious living. You'll discover how to quiet the mind and awaken your inner energy, how to nourish your body with awareness and vitality, and how to bring spirituality into your daily life, even amidst the noise of the city. These teachings have already transformed millions of lives across the planet. Entrepreneurs, artists, parents, professionals, ordinary people who rediscovered the joy of simply being. Because yoga is not just exercise, it's a science of inner alignment. When practiced consciously, it reorganizes your body, mind, and energy. For less than $20 per month, you'll have unlimited access to all content inside the online Yoga Academy. You'll receive yoga practices for beginners and intermediates, guided meditations to calm the mind, teachings about healthy eating and conscious living, New exclusive lessons added every month. You can watch anytime, anywhere, at your own rhythm, in your own space. No rush, no pressure, only presence. Maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for, a gentle reminder that it's time to take care of yourself, to turn inward, to reconnect with the essence of who you truly are. Click the link in the description of this video or visit our channel's homepage and join the online Yoga Academy Wise Guru today. We're available only 100 vacancies, and the first 10 people to sign up will win 3 ebooks from Sadhguru. So register now by clicking on the link that is in the description of this video.